This is going to be the Fender install for the right rear. The left side's already done. I decided to do this whole situation after I'd already gotten that side done. So now, little backstory, when I was 21, right when I had first gotten this car, being a dumb kid, I got into a pretty bad accident with it. Got hit really bad right here. That door was wrecked. A couple other little dents and dings. So there's already a little crack right here from the Bondo cracking from when I cut. There's a lot of Bondo back here. I have every expectation that there's going to be spider webbing and cracking getting this Fender flare mounted. It's not going to be pretty, but it'll get the wheel tucked up into the body well enough, and covered and in the bodywork as per rules. I'm not going to worry about making a space for the fuel door to open when we're at the racetrack and we have to fuel up. The fender flare will be bolted on, so I can just unbolt it, fill up the fuel, put the flare back on, and then go do my session or whatever it is. So, without further ado, let me get my gloves and continue to bang this car up. this riv nut tool. It's Amjoy Tools. I got it off Amazon, and it works pretty straightforward. I'll go to this one first because it shouldn't crack. I'm still trying to figure out, still learning exactly how to use it. So I don't have enough there. So let's see. Screw in a little more. Pull. Oh. And then it's got like a little, the tool does, it's got a little gauge. Come on now. It's got like a little pull gauge right here to let you know when you're bottomed, so you don't over tighten it. Take that out if I can. Just do it like that. So this is going to be a very, this pull is going to be interesting, I think. This is definitely, yep. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but definitely little, give me a little bit of a crack there. And that's it. So it's really nice that it gives you that that gauge on there, so you can really see just how much you got, so you're sure that you got it pulled. The last thing you want to do is over pull or not pull enough. Let's just pull it. Holes I've punched out over here, I'm going to mount the fender flare and see how it looks. But I'll show you. You can see works out pretty well, and like didn't really crack. I'm really impressed. It is like a big crack right there, but very impressed. All right, got this side on. It's not exactly, the other side is like lower here. I didn't get it just right, but this fender is very bowed. Surprisingly, not as much Bondo as I thought when I pulled the rivet. You can see like just how much the I can get my whole finger in there. How much is bowed just because this fender is so shaped strangely from the bodywork. So I'm gonna hold off on trimming everything until I get the suspension back together and get the fender back on and get the wheel back. It's really difficult for me to get the work done that I have to get done and like record it, and like put the camera somewhere and just record what I got to do. And like try and stop and explain what I'm doing. It's just a little difficult for me to do. So I think a good buddy of mine mentioned to use my GoPro. I think that's something I'm going to do moving forward. But I know what we're all here for. And it's okay. I said on Instagram that when it got to this point, I would do that. So, little reveal, maybe? Little reveal? Let's see. It's on the ground. So let's see what it looks like, shall we? Yeah, there she is. In all her glory. Dirty. She's a dirty girl right now. But, all right. I'm going to play around and see what it looks like with the splitter on it. Just to get an idea of what's going on. But it's definitely wide. That's for sure. Definitely wide. I'm gonna come back when I put the splitter on and see how it holds with the splitter and everything. But it looks good. I am definitely satisfied. The springs and suspension and everything are still at the ride height that they would have been before. So I think we can probably do with a little more front camber to bring the front in a little bit. So you kind of just a little bit out. But I like it. I definitely like it. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the next episode because I'm kind of at a stopping point with the car. So I'm going to try and work on a couple more things to do. I hope you are as excited about how the car looks as I am. And I'm really looking forward to the new season. We have the awards ceremony this weekend with Emra, so I might like put some of that in with the next episode for getting the championship trophy and my first championship. So I'm very excited about that. So thanks again.